Now that was a very young looking me, wasn't it? Funny old picture from my past. So, why am I holding this guitar? Well, this is the first guitar I ever owned, and I realized a couple of weeks ago that I am celebrating 30 years of playing this year. Yeah, 30 years! I've been playing for 30 years. I picked up the guitar properly in 1989. My dad actually bought me the body of this guitar. It had a different neck on it at the time. It was made by a company called Maya Guitars, and it was a used guitar, second-hand, previously used and loved. And I remember going around to the guy's house, and we picked it up and stuff, and I wanted something with a Floyd on it, but I'm glad I kept this guitar. So I was kind of thinking about doing a video and just telling you all about my journey through music and etc, and I kind of figured, you know what, that will be me droning on for like 20, 25, 30 minutes about my whole journey and how I started and how I loved this band and that band and this guitar player. All you guys know who my influences are and stuff. If you don't, then just check through my channel. You'll see all of the wonderful influences, especially George Lynch. He's been a major influence in my life and my guitar playing, and so elated to be able to call him a friend now, you know, and that's pretty amazing. So I kind of figured out what to do to make this interesting for you guys. So I started playing in 1989, and 5 years later I recorded my first track. Yeah, and I've got it on this cassette tape. In fact, it's on my Mac now. It's on Cubase. I transfer this over. I recorded a track called Sacred Groove. Wonder where I got that name from. Answers on a postcard. Anyways, it was the very first track I ever recorded. So I kind of figured I would do a reaction video for you. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it and then react to it, basically. This is like 25 years on. I don't know what exactly to expect. I'm kind of a bit nervous about it, if I'm honest about it. And I didn't play it on this guitar. I actually played it on the first guitar that I ever built, which you'll see in a second. And I'm going to see if I can figure out some of the parts before I kind of do the reaction video and play some bits and pieces for you, because I do remember the song. I heard it a little bit when it was transferring over to my Mac. I wasn't kind of actively listening or anything, just left it to kind of transfer and went up and made a cup of coffee or something. So it'll be interesting to do, and it'll be interesting for you to see my journey from that point, that was 5 years in my playing, to now. It's been absolutely amazing, and after I do the reaction video, which is going to be in a second, I'll come back and talk some more about it. You want to hear it, don't you? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Alright, I've got my headphones on, I've got the session loaded up, and I have my guitar in my hands. And the reason I'm holding this guitar is this is the guitar that I actually recorded the track on. Has a different neck on it now. And it didn't look like this originally. I'd actually painted it with the Wicked Sensation graphics, because I was so into that guitar and those graphics and stuff. I'd actually airbrushed by hand the whole image onto the guitar body, and I'll show you a picture on the screen so that you can see what it looked like. Originally had a Floyd Rose, a chrome one on there, and an original Screaming Demon from the first run of Screaming Demons ever made. Yeah. Didn't have a neck pickup at the time. So I just used the bridge for everything. And I still have the pieces of gear which I used to record. I have my Yamaha FX 550. This was a multi-effects processor with some very kind of, you know, rudimentary early amp modeling type of stuff. Had like a stack in there. And my Boss Heavy Metal pedal. I think I used this one, or I may have had the Metal Zone pedal by that time as well. Metal Zone. You might be listening to Metal Zone. And it was recorded onto reel-to-reel on this Ampex 457 tape. And there it is. Yeah. Alrighty, so I've got my guitar plugged in. So I'm going to play some first, and let's have a listen. And I'll show you what I did in places. This is going to be fun. You want to listen to this, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, the first thing I noticed was the ridiculous amount of reverb and delay that I had on my guitar signal. Now, I don't recall why I dialed in so much. I wanted an ambient sound, apparently. But that progression's pretty cool. The rhythm I'm playing over F sharp, just an F sharp major chord, but with the B string and the high E string open. So I'm just arpeggiating it. I still love that progression. I love playing that. It's still really ethereal and stuff. Loved doing that. And then I just went down to the E, then over to the G position, still with the B string and the E string open, and then back to the F sharp position. And that solo, that was pretty cool. I was using a volume swell there, and I remember I had actually wired up this guitar so that the pot was the opposite way. So when I actually went counterclockwise, it was the volume increase. So I kind of did something like this. Something like that. I still play stuff like that now. You know what? One of the interesting things about listening is my vibrato was quite good at the time. It's better now, but it was coming along really well. Let's take a listen to some more. Ah, that was cool. I like that. During the breakdown, I think I went up to the C position. Then back to the F sharp. I did something like that. But I liked it when I came back in, when I was doing those bends. that was cool. I love doing those 1.5 step bends. And the other thing that I did was the double stop, the George double stops. That was awesome. I like that. I love those little things. All right, on with the track. Onwards, onwards, onwards. Oh, that was awesome as well. A lot of work with the bar, even when I'm going down scales and stuff. That was pretty cool. And the melodic minor scale, which I use a lot in my playing. Very, very prevalent in this. Alrighty, let's listen to the ending. Pick tapping. Oh yeah, I like that. Had to show you. And the hiss of the tape right at the end there, that was awesome to listen to. I think at the ending I was kind of doing some diminished runs or something like that. Pretty cool to listen to. Really, really interesting, and I'm so glad I did that and sharing it with you guys now. A little bit of embarrassment, but c'est la vie. There was one advice I would have given myself around that time is turn down the delay and the reverb, dude. But you know, it was interesting listening to it because I hear my style in that recording, which was 25 years ago. Still traits of that are in my playing. You know, the melodic minor stuff, the vibrato. I'm really surprised about, you know, how far I'd taken the vibrato already at that stage. Then continually developing it and stuff. The composition was pretty cool as well. It felt like there was a progression to it. It didn't just feel like endless noodling just for the sake of kind of playing notes. There was melody within it. So really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. Hope you did too. Leave a comment and let me know what you thought. So, what did you think? That was a pretty cool experience, to be honest. It was fun listening to it again and playing some of those parts. You know, the rhythm part I remembered from many years ago. I've remembered it through the years. It's a chord that I still play. You know, it's still progression that I like playing and stuff. Lead parts, it was interesting listening to well, you heard my thoughts when I was kind of talking you through all of that stuff. So there you go. There is Sacred Groove, the first track I ever wrote. And, it's been an incredibly cool journey playing guitar. I love playing guitar. I still feel like a kid when I play guitar. And it's been an incredible journey. So many people have helped along the way. I got started because my sister showed me 3 chords. The first 3 chords I learned from my sister. I think it was like an E, a G and a D or something like that. Really simple chords. And then, I had such a passion for it. Iron Maiden was the band that got me into playing. Then about a year later, George Lynch came along. I heard the intro to Kiss of Death. That was amazing. Completely changed my perspective on playing, and I just wanted to pursue it. And I did have a previous career. Some of you might know what my previous life was. What was my previous existence? Leave a comment in the comments below and let me know. Or let everybody know. Some people might not know. Those of you who don't know, check the comments. See if someone figured it out or I posted there. It'll be interesting for you to read that as well. But going through all of that, and then 13 years ago I switched over to being a professional musician, and I still do it to this day. I am so glad I did that and pursued it all. I love what I do. I absolutely adore it. It was a tough journey getting here. There were many challenges, but would I change it? You know what? Probably parts of it, which I'll tell you in a second, but on the whole, no. It's been such a fun thing to do, and now I do this every day. Now I'm a producer, I build guitars, I teach music, I do so many things in guitar related, guitar centric. I do YouTube as well. Almost forgot that one. And I've recorded albums and toured and stuff, and all of that stuff, and it's been an incredible experience doing this. It's tough sometimes, but you know what? I still love it. I really love it. So I've come up with 5 takeaways from playing for 30 years, which I am going to share with you now. So takeaway number 1, do it. You know what, if you have a passion for guitar or any musical instrument, then give it a shot. Just do it. Try it, play it, give it some time, and if you really enjoy it, just keep pursuing it. It doesn't have to become a career or anything like that, but just playing music is just fun. It enriches your life. It is so beautiful when you're playing and you're just in the zone and you're kind of imagining being on a big stage, or you're actually on the big stage, or you're in a covers band, or you're writing music, or that first thing that you create, or the first song that you learn. It's just absolutely magic. So do it. You know what? If you don't like it, you can always put the instrument down, right? Chances are you will love it. Yeah. The second takeaway from 30 years of playing: learn your fundamentals. Now this is something I did kind of neglect for like the first 10 years of my playing. I played pretty well, as you heard on the track. I wasn't too shabby, but there were some things in my playing which could have been better. Now I learnt my fundamentals about 10 years into my playing. In about the year 2000, I went to a guitar institute in London, and I did like just a 10-week course there. And my instructor, Misha, I actually met him earlier this year, and that was an amazing experience. Seeing him after such a long time, like 19 years we hadn't seen each other. But I learned the fundamentals, which were to pick properly, scales, chords, a little bit of theory. You know what? They go a long way. I didn't learn them initially because I just wanted to learn songs, and I just focused on that, and it left some holes in my play. I wish I'd learnt it earlier, because then my progress as a player would have been even quicker. But everything that I learned in 2000, the fundamentals which I cleaned up in my playing, they really elevated my playing massively, and I very much credit that course and what I learned on that course and Misha's teaching to where I am as a guitar player now. So learn the fundamentals. And Misha, Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Third takeaway, be yourself on any instrument that you play. Now, for a very, very long time, all I wanted to do was be George Lynch. And literally that's pretty much what I played the majority of the time. And those of you who've been following me on YouTube for the 5 or 6 years I've been doing it, you know, I had a show called Lynch Licks and things like that. I was so kind of deep into wanting to do that I didn't develop my own style to the extent that I could have. Last 2 years I have, and it's been incredible. Now, I'm not going to discourage anybody from following their heroes. Do it. It's an amazing thing to do. You know, learn from them, feel inspiration from them, and incorporate some of what you learn from them into your playing. But find your own voice as well. Having both at your disposal is an amazing, amazing thing to have. Kind of defines you as a player. I thought I just wanted to do the Lynch thing for many, many, many years, but exploring my own style, I've realized that there's so much more that I wanted to incorporate into my personal playing. You know, influences from like India and Motown and funk and blues and all sorts of other music. I kind of, magpie from everything, and it's created my own style. It's still very kind of, based in 80s hard rock stuff and metal, and it's, you can hear the George Lynch influence in it. But many, many people tell me now, hey, you know what? You sound like you've got that Lynch vibe in there, but it's definitely Jay. And that's awesome, awesome thing to do. So find yourself on the instrument as well. Like I said, learn from your heroes, whoever they are: Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, George Lynch, Steve Stevens, the modern guys whose names I don't know. I'm such an old man, aren't I? Learn from them, but also find your own voice on your instrument. Number 4, enjoy it. This is a fun thing to do, even if you're learning. You know what? Imagine yourself being that rock star, and that's what you're trying to get to. It's it's not homework. It's pleasure. It's a pleasurable thing to do. I've had many students over the last 13 years, and sometimes it's been a struggle getting them to practice. But you know what? I never struggled to practice because I was so kind of deeply focused on what I wanted to do, and I loved what I was doing. I felt like a rock star when I was playing the songs I loved. So enjoy the process of learning, of playing. If you're a bedroom player or a YouTube player, enjoy it just as much as if you're on a stage to thousands of people. I've been on stages in front of hundreds of people, and it's felt incredible. But I feel the same way just being in my studio, doing my thing, writing music as well, and sharing with you guys on YouTube. So enjoy the process. Music is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be inspiring. It's supposed to make you feel good. So let it just kind of really envelop you and give you a big hug and feel great about it. Yeah. And the 5th and final takeaway: make music. You know what? Whether you're writing, whether you're just playing covers, whether you're in a covers band, whether you're in an originals band, just make music. It's so incredible. You know what? When I play covers, when I play my own music, when I'm writing, I just feel really inspired. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I feel very, very blessed that I'm able to do this every single day now. Like I said, it's been challenging at times, but I'm so glad I have made this journey, and I'm able to do what I do and share it with you guys, on YouTube and social media and stuff like that. So make music, in whichever form, just make music. Yeah. So there you go, guys, a little insight into the history of me and 30 years of playing. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to flash some stuff up after I've stopped talking. Didn't want to blab on for too long because, you know what, I wanted to make this fun for you, and I hope you enjoyed that track. I loved going through Sacred Groove again. That was a fun experience. Alright guys, If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and click that bell notification as well. And please do give the video a thumbs up and share it on social media, etc., etc. Have a fantastic week and have a phenomenal Christmas as well. I'm going to take a couple weeks off just to rest and relax, and I shall be back with some more videos in the new year. But have a wonderful Christmas and a fantastic New Year's celebration, and love to you all. Thank you so much, guys. Love ya. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, this is my new series of videos called Lynch Licks. The videos are going to mainly concentrate on the George Lynch licks which I've learnt over the years, which I've incorporated into my playing and which I use in my solos pretty much every day. I'm going to just do bite-sized pieces so that they're manageable and they'll build up to a knowledge of how I play and how I incorporate them into my playing. Howdy gang! Oh, actually I should be saying namaste, because I am bringing you some stuff which I've been meaning to bring you for a long time, which I have named masala guitar. You might have noticed that I am a little bit, well, Indian.
Hey, sorry, it's mixed up.